Hello my friends, welcome back to more Transport Fever 2. My name is Tobel. We have two new vehicles available, the AMO F-15 tank truck and the the F1, apparently it's an F-150, the tarpaulin truck. So what is this, how's this different than what we've got? Not that I'm super excited about trucks per se, but I'm a little curious of what we got here. It just replaces the tarpaulin. Okay, so now it's doing 6 as opposed to 7. Is it more efficient? It's actually less power. Oh, it's probably because we are using the Soviet vehicle, so this happens to be the next era of vehicles, and it's just not quite as good as our OG Benz tarpaulin truck here. So we shall keep what we have available until something more fun comes along. I'll look at those stats again in case I missed something, like maybe there's a better, what would you call that? A more efficient vehicle, right? So it's maybe using less fuel. Train number 3, which is our tools route, still not super duper amazing. We do have a lot of planks here that are waiting to get loaded and delivered over to the tool factory. I have not checked this line out in a hot minute. Okay, there we go. We actually just picked up a ton. So that's 60 right there. But there would be 60 more. And then what are you going to do? Are you still doing the line where it's stop here? No, you're just going from Berwick right to Stamford. And this one, train number 2, I think is doing, yeah, Berwick and then Stamford. Oh, is Berwick the one I was thinking of? Maybe it's just Berwick. Berwick over to Stamford and then over to Stamford South. So, in theory, I don't know. I feel like we're not quite where we need to be in terms of tools here. This needs more logs. Yeah, we're only producing or using about 68%. Maybe we should look into upgrading one of our trains here with the better engine, the best engine that we have, which is the most powerful, the China Railways JF1. That could haul, I'm assuming, an absolute ton before. Look at that. It's all excellent. The speed is so powerful that it barely has any complaints at all. That is really crazy, honestly. This is 155 meters long. This is where we're going to start hitting track limits or station issues, because we only have a certain length of track. Not that we can't change that. We can, of course, extend the modular portion of our rail line. So, I don't know. Do we want to try doing 100 per run? Okay, you're almost doing 100 per run now, but your engine isn't quite as good. Here's what we'll do. We have one train going to deliver the logs right now. We're going to let this land, and I'm going to send it back over to the depot. We're going to upgrade the engine to the best engine there is and see how that does. Maybe it's going to be a faster turnaround. So basically, the idea is, can we get 2 runs in 1 year? Because if we can... Oh, it still has 400 logs. That's right. It's not just 100. So maybe a train that can haul 200 logs at a time? Is that too much? Is that impossible? We shall see. Tune in next week. No. We'll go back to the depot for you, my friend. Thank you for your great service. I need you to flip around. There we go. Go to the depot, and we're going to see about upgrading you with the most fantastical of engines of all time. And then maybe from there we can make one train just do this run. Although I do feel like it's just a waste not to use a train bringing more logs. Make a small change and then watch for the balance. I think that's one of the better options too. We kind of just make a change, wait to see how things, turn out. So we're going to sell this car. We're going to throw on the China Railways. We are going to see that we can haul a crap ton of flat cars, which is glorious. I don't know, we want to put 2? Why not put 2? Yeah, that'd be really fun. Probably not. 12 million right there. This is going to cost 2 million to buy this one. So how much would it be if we were hauling 200 logs in one run? That is insane that it is still considered to be good with 200 logs or 200 rail cars worth. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? I'm so silly. That's why it's giving me a different calculation. I'm not using the right car. I was using the other flat car. Okay, here we go. This is a little bit different. It's still it's not bad. So to reach 80 kilometers per hour, it's going to take 1,600 meters or 86 seconds. So I've never tried to put a second engine on a line. I'm kind of curious, how would this work out? It actually still says mediocre. It would do it in 65 seconds as opposed to what it was before. I don't know at what point, you know, at what point is too much. At what point is going to be too much on one line no matter what you do. We could just go for the engine. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll go back in here. We already bought it, I think. No, we got the Russian class SCH. So we're going to sell that. We're going to buy the JF1. We still have 100% capacity. Let's see how this one performs. We'll just assign this one to the plank route. Sorry, logs to planks, I think, right? Did I get it the right one? Logs into planks? I think so. Part of the problem, I think, with using all the same colors. What if we change it up a bit? There we go. Just a small difference in color there. Just enough to notice what the heck I'm doing. And you do not need to be doing what you're doing, so we shall flip you around and go that way. Wonderful. And then maybe I'll also upgrade our second train here that's also hauling logs. In fact, let's just flip it around since it's pretty much at the end of its line right now. We'll flip it around and we'll tell it to go to the depot. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to give it a stronger engine, and then we'll also add a couple more cars, because this one only has 5 of these cars here instead of the full however many we have on the other one. So we'll do both of them, the same make and the same amount of cars, and we'll see how this starts to affect the overall supply. Slowly modify you, we'll do the same thing. Selling you, adding this China Railways JF1. Now that we're starting to get really into the money, we can do this kind of stuff. We can experiment a little bit. We can try to become more super efficient. Glorious stuff. 4.9 million, so 5 million there. This one's going to be logs to planks to tools. That's the one we wanted to try. All right, we shall give it a shot and see what the world thinks. We want you to probably flip around here in just a moment. I'll micro this for just one more second. There we go. All right, so how fast? I mean, you pretty much take off really quick. You're up to 60 kilometers per hour already. So not too shabby. I think this might really help out. I'm guessing the better speed, the faster... Ooh, hey, more planes. The better planes... Sorry. The better speed we have, the more hauling capabilities, everything's going to be a little bit better. Dornier Mercure. What are you? Are you a brand new aircraft or passenger vehicle? You are in fact a passenger one. Lovely. So you can haul 5 people as opposed to our junkers, which is only carrying 3. I would love to replace some of our junkers with you. So what we'll do is we're going to sell. Actually, I think I can just do this. I can go to the line or the vehicle tab, go to aircraft, and look at this line, and then maybe just say we're going to, how many do we have? We have 18 overall. Let's go crazy and sell 8. We're going to sell 8 of them. I'm going to go into the hangar, and we're going to try out, actually, how many people are just sitting here? Whoa, God, are you crashing? It looked like it was just going straight down into the forest. Oh, no. Good God, you get really low. So, we still have how much demand here? We have a ton of demand, 56 people waiting. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of these Dorniers. And I'll do 5 for the moment, and we'll see how this starts to affect everything. Here we go. Lovely stuff. So, you shall fly there. I mean, we also could, in order to spread out some of the flight, perhaps we should drop in another airport. What's another far away city that's big? Hednesford, 75, Bishop Auckland, 222. Bishop Auckland would be another great city to drop an airport in for funsies. And you know, maybe I'm just getting greedy because we've got all this money, but everything we're doing is making us more money, so why don't we throw an airport down here? How far is this off our main rail line? Yeah, it's not, I mean, this could probably deserve its own rail line, but I imagine there's going to be people who want, you know, every person in the game, I believe, wants certain things. Like, they'll prefer a faster route. They don't care about the cost. Some of them will prefer a shorter route, you know, a longer route if it's cheaper. So I think there's people who want cheap, there's people who want fast, and there may be some people in between. So I'm sure we'll get demand if we put an airport down, but let's focus on just making sure I've got the balance right for our little tool line over here. How's our food line doing, by the way? I have not really checked in on you. So we are currently, yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're using 162. Oh, wow, you've already gone over level 2. You're now into tier 3, or starting your tier 2. You're starting to get into tier 3 now. And we are making a ton of bread. So I'm sure Berwick upon Tweed is just, yeah, completely full on bread. Pretty much at all times. What about over here in Cramlington? No, not enough bread in Cramlington. More bread to Cramlington. The people are demanding their bread. What kind of a train do we have here? Another SCH? The No, this was the JF, wasn't it? This is, I think it is. Let me go to the details here. What are you? I can't even tell. Oh, you are the Russian class SCH. So we could do the same thing I've been doing with the other trains, replace that now that we've got the money. So again, more goods, faster arrival. Let's throw down a depot over here so I don't have to make this guy go all the way back around. We don't have a depot on this rail line. So we'll put a little rail depot down. Oh, extra large streets are available. Is this new? Maybe they're adding stuff to the game. I don't know. What? This is crazy. What would this... How can I upgrade the road? I think I do this magic thing. And that would upgrade it to like a massive 6-lane road. How cool. What other kind of stuff do we have here? One-way stuff. Okay. I don't know if this is the age we're in. Or perhaps the game got an update. I know it has had a couple of patches here. Ooh, high-speed rail. I didn't know there would be separate track for high-speed. 300 kilometers per hour. Holy crap. I cannot wait to hit the time period where we're going to be able to use all of this. All right. Let's throw down our lovely train depot. Beautiful. So, as soon as you drop the bread off, I'm going to have you go back to the depot. Today, apparently, is going to be the upgrading of the trains on the route day. So, we are going to try to get maximum efficiency on all of our routes. Better trains, more cars, double checking that I didn't, forget to link up a road. Just basic stuff like that, which I am wont to forget. Meanwhile, did we have any difference here in the annual output? We're up to 72%. Which is kind of nice. There we go. Lots of tools available now at the Stamford Tools Factory. Bodmin, how are we doing on tool delivery? We're barely touching the demand for the tools, which is fair. I mean, this is a pretty long run. Again, I think it's still the SCH on this one too. So upgrades across the board would probably not hurt. And while we're sitting there waiting, we are kind of waiting for this line to stabilize with some of the changes that I've made. Oh, I did want to... real quick before you get too excited. There we go. Go ahead and go back to the depot for me. Beautiful. Thank you so much. You'll go back to the depot and I'll promptly forget about you for the next little bit. Why don't we, the idea that I talked about with airplanes, but why don't we wait on the airplane and actually look at extending our line here to Bishop Auckland, because this is a pretty decent sized city. They'd also love tools. I mean, everyone loves tools. If we could ever really get the tools working to the best of our ability, then yes, we could absolutely have a massive tool run. But at the moment, why don't we just go ahead and extend our line, sweep in here to Bishop Auckland, and maybe instead of going to Flitwick, because it's a pretty short road, maybe we'll do a passenger bus route to Flitwick, and we'll do a major train run back to Bodmin. And we'll see how much money that gives us. So, we'll throw down a... looks like this is just begging for a rail station on the edge of town. We'll throw the street over here. Curves in because witchcraft, that's fine. What do we, what's different here? Why are the roads different? It looks, does it not? Small street, medium street. It just looks, maybe this is a medium street. Oh, it is. That's why I'm a little confused. There we go. There's the 90-degree angle that I'm looking for. Let's put down our passenger rail station. It's going to be so great. It's going to give us tons of money, and we are going to continue to skyrocket into being super, super rich. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, was it this easy to make money in Transport Fever 1? Are we doing good? Are we doing average? This seems like we're doing okay. I mean, at a certain point, I don't think the game is challenging in money. It's just more like keep expanding your line until you lose your mind, trying to, figure out your complex systems and your complex networks here. All right, we'll go ahead and just do normal rail for a bit. And I will go ahead and connect this into the main route. Did I miss that? Nope, we're all in one route. Yeah, I think I will go ahead for the moment, and we're going to not do a line over to Flitwick, because maybe later on, once we have, more trains or more money or something, or the cities are a little bit bigger. Money's not really a problem. I shouldn't have said that, but it's more that I don't know if the demand would be necessary for the traffic it's going to cause. So we'll put in one stop right here. We'll put in a stop right here so they don't fight each other, and then both of them are going to join the passing lane, or the normal route, once both trains get from their respective sides. And we will, of course, put a local taxi route. So let me set the taxi route up real quick. Hey, this is kind of cool. We now have the ability to upgrade a road and create a bus lane, which is pretty interesting. I don't know quite how this changes much. I think if you had a multi-lane road, like a 6 wide road. In fact, let's mess around here just a bit. If we go into streets and we say bus lane yes, and we do like a big extra large street here, there it goes. And then you can see the bus lane on the side of the road. So you would need more, a larger road for that to take effect. Now here's a question. Does the game by itself, does it widen the roads over time inside of the cities that are already built? Wait a minute, this seems new. Is this a bigger road? No, this is a small road, right? This is a single, almost like, yeah, a 2-lane road. This is still a 2-lane road. So none of them seem to have expanded. And maybe it's just only on the freeways or something is where you're making your 6-lane. I don't know. I've never seen a big city grow up and kind of really surround your station. So this is all still a bit new to me, which is exciting. It means I'm not quite bored with the game by any means. Let's go ahead and do our standard tram stuff. I do love my trams. So we're going to turn some of their roads into a tram network. I'm going to do a pretty basic taxi route around this town. Right here, I think. Yep. Nothing straight downtown. I mean, nothing quite fits. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have something right there. I'll tell you what I'll do. We're going to, instead of having a stop way back there, we'll put a stop here, and we'll do it right here instead. And then I'm going to trash this stop, assuming I don't accidentally click on someone's house and destroy their house, because that's sometimes what I do. There we go. We'll take you away, make you a tram road, and then we're going to go into our network and adjust things just a wee bit. So cancel you. Then we're going to add the center station, and oh, it's a bit funky. I'm not super crazy, but at the same time, I mean, is it? I don't know if it's that big of a deal. I put the stops at kind of some weird spots. So this is handling this part of the city. Let me see the catchment area. Again, the catchment areas are going to overlap pretty hardcore. What would make me feel better here? Let's do this instead. Let's kill this. We're going to add a stop over here to get this part of our town. Go back in, kill this, add station. Oh, you did pick up the main street. Right here to right here. Okay, that's a little bit better. So this corner, this side of town. Only these people over here are a little bit screwed. That's fine. They will survive. This is kind of a complicated route anyways. All right, so everything is adjusted. Let's go ahead and buy some new trams. And I'll just do again. 4 trams seems to be working out pretty well. Put you all on our taxi route here. Uh-oh. Something is not quite connected. It didn't like it. Let me do... What has not been right here? I did not quite change the street on this side. So that should fix it. I'll undo the streets over here. Keep our city clean, shall we? And I went for the same thing where we have the bus stop next to the train station instead of a full-on stop over on the other side, so people can just get off and go immediately to the train station. Again, still don't know if that's a big thing or not. Right, so let's go ahead and buy ourselves another train. We are going to be getting a train for our new passenger route. Again, using the Russian Class S because it's so glorious. And this route, we're going to make this... Oh, they're all so ugly. All the cars are so very ugly. I think the blues are okay. This kind of a teal is probably the less painful of many of them. All right, so we're going to do upwards of 100 capacity. Mediocre performance. I think that's what we normally do. 100 capacity or so. And we'll throw this... Oh, guess what? We have to make the route itself. Here we go. We're going to go from Kingsway all the way down. There's a lot of stuff going on. All the way down here to... Why aren't we... Oh, did it consider it to be... Did I click the wrong thing? Oh, I did. Wait, I did. What's going on? Oh, no. Does it not... is it refusing to let me use passenger stuff? Do I perhaps have to click on the station itself? Interesting. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's not this end, it's this end. This is a road. I think I clicked on... What did I do here? How did I do this? What did I do, and how did I do it? There we go. I think I clicked on the bus stop. There was my problem. Okie dokie. So we'll put you into a second stop, which you automatically know how to do, which is lovely. And we are doing our rail passenger from Bishop over to Bodmin. To Bisbod. Lovely. Good stuff. All right. I think we're all set to go. Let's go ahead and add our train to that route. Bisbod. Right there. Good stuff. So now we're going to have 3 trains on our little extended journey. I think what I'll do from here or right here, is add one more passing lane. We don't have a passing lane on this side, or a little close, excuse me, closer in to our target city. So let's throw that in. Just something simple. I mean, at this point, honestly, we have enough money. We could probably do a dedicated second line and just have guaranteed trains going in one direction without any kind of passing lane whatsoever. And I guess we would probably do that on our main line. We'll eventually have one main line that has at least two dedicated rail lines each way, or one dedicated line each way. So how has the demand for planes settled down? I don't see any more traffic, which is good. I didn't want to have any more delays at the airports, right? We have enough delays already. People don't want delays. Still lots of people, though. So I will go ahead and continue upgrading to the Dornier Mercure. What a great sounding plane name. That's taken care of there. Let's go visit our tool route. This should have had enough time to kind of stabilize a little bit. So what are we at now? We should be around 70 or so. We're at 70% every year of their annual output we are transporting, which is pretty good. So in order to make this even better, we could do... Let's see, it's August right now, August 23rd. Could we actually see how long this takes the train to go? This is 96 planks, or 96 logs in probably, I'm assuming half a year. So maybe if we just gave each of the trains a little bit more. Hey, this is a perfect spot. Almost perfect. One of them is empty, one of them still has stuff. There we go, we just snuck by each other, lovely. So now it's into October. We started in August, right? August. Okay, so I think it's going to be this train here. And we're going to call this the Birch. So this is the Birch. This is one of the main logging run. So this gets there in November. So in August to November, it is one way. That's 4 months one way, which means we don't quite get to and from in the span of 1 year, which means we're going to have to take more in one go, which would then slow the train down. I mean, I don't know. We could also take... Here's an idea. We mentioned this before. We could just have a dedicated line between Stamford and the tool route. Hey, Russian class SU. Ooh, 4.5 million, 115 kilometers per hour. Shiny thing. Let me get distracted by this real quick. Let's take a look at our engines here. So you are a glorious upgrade from the S, apparently. Power 1213, 1200 kilowatts. A little bit less tractive effort, but I think tractive effort really comes into play. Well, here, we can actually test this. Let's add you. This is hitting your maximum speed in 42 seconds. You hit your maximum speed in 48 seconds, 115. So, I mean, I guess it's not that much different, right? Maybe the increase in power is different from the tractive effort. Maybe tractive effort comes into play more when you're hitting hills and whatnot. This new design, which also could be operated with inferior coal after World War I, was so successful that it was used for decades. 49 years is the lifespan. I think all of these are 49 years by and large. So, yeah, this is going to probably be our next... It's kind of fugly, though. There we go, blood red. Oh, the colors are so bright. They're so bad. They're so bad. Oh, goodness. So that'll probably be an upgrade down the road. But between the plank factory and our tool factory, one other option, could possibly be to supplement everything with vehicles. And maybe we wouldn't need another train. Okay, here's a test. Could we? Could we? Let's make you cross the road. Right over here. I think we're going to lose it, though, if we do. Hang on. Okay, so if we have a truck stop right here, are we still in range? Ooh, we are! Okay, so if we put a truck stop right here, this means that we don't have to cross the train line every time with our trucks. So that's one less delay for our trucks. We could then make a bullet over to... the this one-way streets. Oh, cool. We can make a bullet line pretty much directly over to the other station. Yeah, you know what? I think this is going to be an okay option. Did I screw up anything? We're kind of elevated road a little bit. That's fine. It's going to cost a little more money, but it's not that big of a deal. So we can pretty much do a station on here, along this little bit. And this is about as close as we can, as far away from the station as we can get. So we're going to put you here. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit bigger of a station. I don't know what we're going to... Remember, this is starting to look like a pretty big tool depot. So this might be a pretty large area down the road. Although we're only going to be delivering tools to one spot. Crap, I lost it. Apparently on the other side it works, but on this side it doesn't quite like it as much. I was trying to give us space to upgrade outward if we need to. Okay. There it shall be. There is our station. Can I raise you up a little bit? Raise you up, Buttercup? Not quite. All right. So truck station is down. Next up, we need a truck station over here. And I bet we could even put one. Oh, yep. All the way over here. I think this is going to be a lot less trucks than I need. My station's probably too big, really, for what I'm doing. But it's okay. There we go. So, that's a very short run. That is a super short run for trucks. Awesome stuff. Let's grab a new depot, since we are starting to make enough money where I'm not too worried about the cost of depots anymore. I thought depots would hurt us a lot more than they have. There is our road depot. Let's make a quick line between you two. And we're going to call this one vehicle cargo. Do I say V or do I say G? Okay, VC. And it's going to just be stam, and it's going to be planks to tools right here. I'm going to start letting the colors just do their thing. I feel like having different colors is easier to help you immediately know what line you're looking at. So I rescind my idea about awesome same color lines. All right, let's look at these trucks here. We've got tarpaulin trucks, which is going to haul what we want, right? Ooh, planks. Actually, we're just hauling planks here, so we could use the open with side stakes. Tank truck, yeah. So we're going to use a couple of the Benz trucks here. We'll do about, let's do 10. I don't know. Let's do 10 for fun. 10 for fun, going between planks to tools. So what I'm trying to do is supplement the delivery of planks to the tool factory. And if it works good enough, if we get enough trucks that are doing this, I mean, honestly, this is such a short run that this can completely be done by trucks from here on out. So what we could do is dedicate the other train we have, not the birch, but the other one, to logs into the sawmill, which is going to improve the efficiency of this section of line. The trucks will handle this delivery, which in turn is going to give us even more tools, which is all what we're looking for. What are you doing? You just hanging out? Are you stuck? Did I screw up your line? Oh, that's what one of the problems has been. This has to wait for forever to get back to where it wants to go, because we only have one little passing area here. Let's do another passing line. This is going to start getting a little bit of a busier run here. So let's put a passing line here. Just enough out of the way that I should be able to come back in before the, what is that thing called? Depot. There we go. That is the word I'm looking for. Oh, stupid sexy road. There it goes. Too much slope. Quit fighting me. I will cut you. I warned you, road. Don't mess with me. Okay, there we go. We're going to merge over a road. I'm sure it's completely 100% safe. Again, signage here and on the other side. Yeah, it should help to break up the route a little bit, because this train was waiting for who knows how long. It's been waiting in the station for our other train to get all the way past this signal. So that was causing a lot of issues, I imagine. Awesome stuff. So you to here. This should start redelivering goods, is it not? 8. No one is quite... What if I force it to... You can carry what I'm talking about, right? I'm pretty sure you can carry what I need. Yes, you can carry planks. You are going from here to here. Yes, you are. Okay, so I think we might have to kill our route. So let's do this. Let's assign this train completely now to the logs to plank route here. There we go. So we've completely severed by train the route from the sawmill over to the tool factory. So in theory, we should start seeing goods get delivered to the truck stop here. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I messed something up. We'll see. Hey, there it goes. It took me just a second here. Let's delete this old line. This is the logs to planks route. This is going away completely. There we go. It removed all the tools pretty much. And there we go. All the tools are starting to drop off at Stamford East here. So, everything is dependent on how many logs we can now get to the sawmill. And I'm going to let this run for a minute, and we're going to start to see after maybe a year how the balance is with 2 trains dedicated with the best engines possible, how much we're really giving them per year. So in theory, I think this is going to greatly improve this entire line's throughput here. Trucks are handling the very short part, which is a super, super short run. This is insanely short, by the way. And it does seem like we have a lot more tools. Like, we're actually struggling to deliver as many tools as we could. In fact, I think I'm going to send you to the depot right now. And you just flipped around and tried to go to the other depot. Can you go to the depot this side? No path. Yes, there's a path. Oh, except maybe... Yeah, just kidding. There totally is not a path. Terribly sorry, conductor friend. I do believe you. I will no longer yell at you in the future. There we go. Now you should have a path, my friend. Onward, upward. Pop, lock it, and reverse it. Go again. Do it again. There we go. Now it's actually going to work. So he's going to go over here to this depot. We're going to upgrade his engine, give him a lot more cars as well, and take a look if we need to start doubling up the route for tool delivery here. What do we have, by the way? We're at, God, 500 residents. Holy crap, Baden has grown insanely. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of our little town. We helped, guys. This is all us. We did this. You did this? I did this. Very cool. It's so cool to see these towns grow up around us. Where did it go? It's probably already in the station. All right. So, you have arrived. I have arrived. Let's go ahead and modify you. Again, we are going to be trashing the old SCH. Farewell, SCH. You have served us so well over the past few years. We shall honor your memory. We are moving over to the big box cars, right? Yes, this is what we're going to be loading tools in, and I'm going to do the same thing. Ooh, still good. I almost think maybe let's grab his... Oh, right there. I was going to say, until it goes into the mediocre status. Let's go ahead and just keep adding cars on here. 5 million, no problem. Easy peasy. We are doing tools, Bodwin Tool Delivery. I think this is the final run right there. Yep. So you're going to take care of that for us. What a great, lovely train you are. So, so great. All right. A couple of deliveries have been made now. How is the usage? We're still sitting at 72%. So I think what I'll do is start adding a couple more cars to each of our trains here. Until we hit that magical number, or I find that there's a balance that can't be maintained. Because every time you add a car, the train is slowing down. So we'll take a look at that. You're going to the station. Oh, sorry. No, you're actually trying to go to... There we go. I flipped it around, but I forgot to tell it to go to the station. You also, I want you to go to the station too. You guys can fight it out. I love all of our efficient passing lines here. So great. We're going to cram both of these trains into the station magically. The other train, I think, deserves its own name as well. So we're going to go with the wood theme. So let's go with the Aspen. That sounds like a wonderful name for a logging train. So the Birch and the Aspen, both of the exact same design pretty much. Let's go with 10 cars each. That seems like a nice number. Mediocre speed. 120 capacity. We're going to modify you. We're going to modify you as well. There we go. And we'll send both of them on the same route so they can fight with each other. Logs to planks right here. The cool thing is, I think if you select multiple vehicles and you try to assign them to a route, they'll split off and each one of them will go in their own different direction. So one of them will start at one end of the route. The other one, in theory, should come out and go at the other side of the route to kind of split things off. Not that we really need that, but it is still cool to have. Oh, no, they're both going to go the same route. Shame on you, fellas. Shame on you. All right. Well, both of you can fight about getting out of here. What does happen? Oh, cool. We've got it all. I think we got it all planned out. Yep. Lovely little stop there. I don't like this part. Let's do a little train modification here. There we go. Just so it doesn't quite look, we want our conductors to enjoy their jobs. We don't want them to have to, look at sheer cliff walls, at sheer dirt cliff walls all day. No, that's not how we roll here. Hey, where's our headquarters at? It's been a hot minute. What does our headquarters look like? Company score of 12. Where are you at? I must see you. Why can't I find it? Build. Oh, we haven't built it. Have we not built this yet? Well, that's silly. Well, obviously our headquarters is going to be over here in Bodmin, as that is kind of like the heart and soul of our empire. Let's put this right... Oh, this is... Ooh, look at that building. How cool. Let's put this right on the coast. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. Our workers are going to be so happy to come to work every day. We'll put this right on the kind of the edge of the residential district, so it's really easy to get to. Great company benefits. Or, ooh, hang on a minute. Or do we want to go downtown? I mean, we are starting to look like a pretty tall skyscraper-y building. Do we want to match everything? Are we going to be a glorious train and empire downtown? You know what? I think we're going to be... Yeah, our ego demands that we have a space downtown. That is what I've decided. We are going to set up shop. We're going to demolish these other buildings. I'm going to demolish 3 buildings, all to fit our headquarters right here on the corner. Oh, look at that. We are among giants here. This is perfect. Tobel Transport apparently is the name of our company. I don't even think I remember naming that, but there we go. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Hey, how's our new little passenger route doing? I've not even checked on it. Not great. Oh, did you just take off with a full load? Oh, you did almost. That's really nice. 74 out of 95. Now, on the Bodmin side, is the demand, like, insane as well? No, nothing too crazy. 24 people or so. Respectable-ish. I'm assuming, like, Bodmin is only... Oh, hey. Uh-oh. Somewhere along the way, I done screwed up. Yep. Sure enough. Now, you're both trying to go... It's this stupid line. Yep. This is what happens when you put a stop on a single section of track. Everybody can get very, very confused. So what we'll do is we'll throw down... Oh, we'll just make a passing lane real quick. I didn't mean to do that, but eventually this is going to probably be so busy that it's going to... I don't know, it could use a second line anyways. We'll just make this right here. Now I'm starting to get, like, silly with the money. I do need to be a little cautious. It's very easy to go crazy with money in this game. All right, there we go. We'll make a little passing lane for you. Put a little sign there. Give our greatest apologies to you for making everything terribly confusing and almost scary. And there we go. Situation is resolved. Somebody will go forward, and I will get rid of this little sign right here if I can delete it without killing everything. Perfect. All right. At least they don't crash. You know, that is nice that they can at least see each other and go, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't go at the same time. How about here? How are we doing in delivery? We're transporting 88% of the goods, which means, hey, oh, we don't have any delivery of logs, so we don't have any planks to make. That's fair. We are missing planks. Meanwhile, did I forget a train somewhere? Have I forgotten? No, this is our cargo train, right? Yep, this is the tools delivery right here. Okay, so we have lots of tools to be delivered to the rest of town. How's our noise pollution in Bodmin? Only 30%. That is not too bad. So, and by the way, I'm going to start doing longer episodes, so upwards of an hour each, because really it's hard to get into it. And I'm sure it's harder for you to enjoy it when it's like constant stopping and starting. So we're going to go back to the old standby of doing some super long episodes, because you know what? Why not? How are we doing on demand here at our airport? 56. Can still use more aircraft. Why not? Always more Dornier Mercures. Glorious name. Do we want to expand our aircraft empire? I did mention... Let's do it. Let's do it. So this episode, we're going to mess with some planes. I think we have another like 30 minutes. We might mess with a bit of the river transport. Next episode, though, I think if we have the money for it, I would like to fully extend our line all the way down to Ashby de la Zouche. We're going to skip a couple of towns. Don't be upset. They are going to be added later on. But what I want to do is make the line first and get kind of the longest run going. And then we'll start to make some more complex stops and stuff like that. And really, this is going to have to grow probably quite a bit. As mentioned, this is going to turn into kind of our Grand Central. I wonder if the town's going to keep expanding outward and kind of go around the airport. I don't really know how far the towns go. Could be really, really fun. So, Bishop Auckland, my friends, you've been chosen to have the newest, latest and greatest technology here, which is a lovely airport. Have you all heard about these newfangled aircraft? They are completely safe. There's no danger at all in using an aircraft. 100% safe. No deaths or destruction or anything. Ignore all these safety things you're hearing about. Yeah, it's all false news. It's all fake news back in 1929. I think this is probably too close to the city. We'll push it out a little bit. I wanted to make use of my tram line, but it's okay. We'll do something like this is fine. I don't think we're going to really double up the lines out of the city. So this should be pretty good. Our lovely passenger airport here. You know, can we do anything with cargo? I need to look at that. We looked at it very briefly a while ago to see if we wanted to maybe deliver some cargo anywhere. But I don't quite remember if we found anything fun. Let's go ahead and do yes to electric. And we will extend a line here. Over here. Hey, could we actually... Yeah, we totally could wrap this in. Let's do that. Let's do this. And we'll wrap it around like that. Oh. Why are you fighting me like this? Can I come from this side? I can. Aha! I will do what I want, and you can't tell me not. Or something. There we go. So there's our tram. There is our electric. Did I actually make the bus line? I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. We have a bus line, which is apparently the main line. There is no bus lane when it's one lane. So we should be able to just simply go in here, and we're going to throw in... What do we do in the other cities? Hang on, I have to look and check. I think we just had one dedicated stop, or like one dedicated taxi route from like here to, say, a major spot right there in town. So I guess we don't really need to go over to the airport, or the train station. We could, just to make things fast, or to maybe help out with traffic or something. So what's it doing? It's going down. You're picking up from here. You're looping around and you're coming back to the Grove and then Kingsway. That's fine. Why not? XX. And this is... Where are we at? Shoot. What town is this? I already forgot. It's in here somewhere. It is the BIS. BIS is our line right now, I think. BIS. Taxi 2. There we go. Okay. That's all taken care of. I think... This is... No, we're missing a little bit of tramminess here. Where did that line tell us we're going? Okay, so I need to make trams from here. We'll quickly make that adjustment. Upgrade you and you. Oh, that's beautiful right there. Trams for everyone, my friends. Trams for children. Trams for adults. Trams for people of all ages, because trams are love, trams are life. So, BIS Tax B. There we go. Did I just let a taxi route not be brown? Goodness gracious, why would I do that? BIS Tax Lighter Brown. There we go. The B route is always a little bit less poopy. Perfect stuff. Right. We'll see if that works out. Meanwhile, I will go ahead and make a new line for the flight portion of our evening. So we're gonna go from Auckland. Well, we'll just use maybe. Do we want to use Bodmin as our drop-off point, or do we want to have some direct flights? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do one route here, going to Bodmin West. And we're going to call this aircraft passenger. This is to our Bishop Bod. Just like that. We're also going to do a line directly to the far end of the world. So we're going to go all the way from here. All the way down to the... I forgot the name of the town down here. All the way down to Ashby. That could be kind of lucrative. Yeah, that actually will be really lucrative. Especially once we get higher paying... Well, I guess it would be more passengers, faster planes. This is going to probably make us a lot of money, because I think they pay based on distances. So very cool. So we'll have like an intermediate flight, and then we'll have a dedicated flight all the way to the edge of the world. I guess we could just simply, you know, take off, land here, and go there. But, you know, this is... They have direct flights, right? We would have a direct flight sometimes from Seattle to Denver or something like that. So this is our version of that. And I will go ahead and add a couple more planes to each route. We'll do 5 to start out with for Dornier Mercure on the shorter route. Oh gosh, I can't remember the names of the towns anymore. It's the blue line. Okay, the blue line. And then we're going to do probably 5 right now for the purple line. All the way down. There we go. Good stuff. So we will see how this affects our lovely town of Bishop Auckland in the near future. How is Cramlington doing? How are you growing? You're upwards of 300 people. Not crazy. No, not kind of like crazy growth or anything. How's our food stuff doing, though? We probably need to do the same efficiency stuff that I've been doing. Wait, what in the world? Okay, what did we break? What happened here? We are into tier 3, but we're barely shipping. Oh my gosh. How long ago did I send the Nebuchadnezzar? I said, when I sent the Nebuchadnezzar to the depot, I said I would forget it, and sure enough, I'm a man of my word. Right. Terribly sorry. The Nebuchadnezzar is getting upgraded. God dang it. That has been there forever right now. Let's go ahead and do Okay, so here we go. This is testing the tractive effort thing. The China Railways will hit its max speed, 80 kilometers in 47 seconds. The Russian SU is going to hit its max speed in 50 seconds. Okay, 80 km in 50 seconds, as opposed to 80 km in 47. Okay, so there is like a little balance there between the tractive effort and the power, but it looks like tractive effort in this case is more helpful by like 3 kilometers per hour. Not that big of a deal. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to also go ahead and extend the amount we can carry upwards of 100. Yep, at 100, that's when it goes from being good down to, I mean, I'm sure it doesn't really matter that much. We'll keep it at good. Keep the goods flowing. All right, modify this. Assign you back to your home line here, which is your food route. Sorry about that, everyone. We got everything super confused, so it's going to take another couple of weeks to get this all figured out again. More food production there. Berwick upon Tweed is still getting their food at least, so they're still happy. We could talk about maybe doing a little bit of a delivery down here to Bolton. Poor Bolton has been abandoned by me for a long time. Remember, I think we decided to pass by the Bolton line. So we could... I think we're looping here, right? Looping around, and it could loop all the way down to Bolton and reconnect again. I talked about a line... What did I talk about before? I think I talked about a line for fuel. Right? We were talking about... Somewhere along here is a fuel route that I had mentioned that could be kind of fun. So here's crude. There it is right here. It's crude, refined oil. You know what? This is begging for a vehicle route. Did I ever notice this before? Why did I even have to bother with trains? Yeah, we don't have to bother with this at all. It can all be vehicles. Crude into refined oil into fuel. And then from here, this can be our delivery. So which of our big towns needs fuel? Let me go ahead and unpause the game. Nobody. Nobody apparently wants fuel. Flitwick wants fuel. That's worth it. So we've got a little bit of time left in this episode. Let's set up a ground network for the fuel refinery. How's the train over here? A little bit of a hill. Let's go ahead and do this here. Is this... Maybe it's a little bit farther than I'm seeing. Well, the cool part is that we're not going to have to... Oh! We could try... Let's try to make our own cargo stop right in the middle of all three of these. We're going to make our own little cargo hub. I'm curious of how this is going to work, because this is going to make... this is going to make a difference in the future, whether or not this actually works well or not. Can you still do, like, highways? Country road. That's what we want here, is a country road. So we'll do a country road. And we'll do... Now that our vehicles are starting to get faster... What's the speed of our vehicles, by the way? I don't actually know. Where is one of my road depots? Right here. So how fast are you? 40 kilometers per hour. That's still beyond what we are worried about with the road right now. So we'll do a medium road. Now my goal, and I know it's a little bit confusing, what I'm talking about is I want to have a central hub. And our vehicles are basically going to go from their respective place to this hub and drop off and pick up whatever they need. So this is going to be an interchange of goods. Now the hardest part is getting the traffic flowing in a way that's not going to be absolutely insane. So I guess what I'll do is probably go ahead and make the biggest stop I can make right now. And then we'll probably start to mess with it in a little bit. And like in terms of getting everything lined up and perfect. So let's just put the stop down. Just like this. So the stop comes first, and then we'll start adjusting the roads to you know, meet however it's needed. So here is a entrance here, entrance over here. And then what I'll probably do is just dedicate one entrance in the back to come into the station like that. And then honestly, I could probably do, let's do this, kill this, and yeah, that's what we're gonna try. And this is all experimentation, so this may not work, so my apologies in advance if this undoubtedly goes completely crazy. Oh, you know what? Guess what? We can also mess with our stuff. We can start doing dedicated one-way lines now. Over here, yep, highway ramp. Oh, cool, highway ramp. Yeah, sure, why not? That's a highway ramp. Right there, and right there. Oh, this is starting to remind me a little bit of the good old days playing our city skylines. So I kind of want to modify you to be one way like this. Does this work? It does. One way goes this way, you go this way, or you can turn around. That's what I was kind of hoping for. So, I have no idea if this is going to work. The final step of this will be, I'm also going to put a train station down, and this is going to become a central train hub. And this could be a bigger train hub down the road. It may just be just for oil and fuel. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, we're a little shorter on money. Are we in trouble with money? We're still... My bank balance is low because I've been spending, but we're still making a lot of money. I think we're okay. Yeah, I've just been spending a lot of money in construction. Was that construction cost there? 7 million in investments. Yeah, vehicles and stuff like that. That's fine. I want to make sure that I'm not, you know, sitting here getting excited about building things while our company is burning around us. So we'll set up a couple of quick lines. We're going to do... silly. We're going to do a small truck stop. Very, very small. Wait, platforms. You apparently don't even need platforms for some of these? Interesting. 1-1. This is going to be such a short run for these trucks, because look how close we can get. Wait, this is in range. Do the goods just automatically... I'm so confused. Will the goods hop from here to there? Because both of these are in the catchment area. This is going to be a mystery to me. All right, we'll put you down. I love closed truck routes. It's just so broken. How far you can, you know, how much of the trip you can shorten by extending your stop out pretty far. Okay, so something like right here. There are the 3 truck stops. I don't know what about this one, if this is going to have to be done at all. This might just instantly deliver goods to it. Like, how would this even work? You would have... I guess you would deliver, you know, you'd have a truck deliver from here to there. I guess that's how it's going to be. So much of this is new. 2 new trams. 1 tram, and I think this is a new passenger cabin. So we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. So, we are adding trucks to stops and stops to trucks. You to here. And I will kind of keep the theory going. I think this is refined fuel. So, maybe refined oil. I think it's refined oil. New line from here to here. And this is just crude. And I suppose we'll just do this to this. Yeah, that would make sense, I guess. Oh, I didn't realize, you know what? We can assign which terminal our vehicles go to. And that's going to make life a lot easier for us. Okay, I'm going to mess with that here in just a second. So, we need to finally do vehicle, cargo, STAM, and this is just going to be crude or refined into fuel. I'm going to rename these later. I'm kind of eager to get going. There's a lot going on in this particular little run, so it's kind of one of those things that I'm going to have to think about for a second. So, what I mean by this is, let's immediately break our line. That's going to be fun. So, if we do this, we're going to configure. We're going to say in here, out here, okay? We're going to go in here, out here. If this is how I'm thinking it's going to be, this is going to make our life a lot easier now that I might be able to understand what this portion of the roads and configuring the truck stops are going to be. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. So let's do a one-way here. We're going to modify the road to be one way from here. There we go. So this is now one way, just like I wanted it. From here, we're going to do one way in. Like so. Just kidding. Like so. And then we're going to do one way out. Just like we had it before. Yeah, it's not quite beautiful. Let's reverse this. Pop, lock it, and reverse it. Let's do the other thing. Kill this, and we're going to do in on the right, out on this other side. I have to kill some roads on the outside here because it's getting a little bit too confused. Kill this. Back into configuration. Sorry if this is a little bit of a distraction, but you know what? It's fun. We're all learning this together, and we're all obsessed with this game anyways, so this is the kind of stuff that we find interesting. We are just that strange breed of people that enjoy one-way road networks and whatnot. So we'll have you curve over here, connect in about there. And I will modify you to be one way there. Okay, so here's our glorious stop. What you can do, I believe, so this is our, I don't know, crude oil delivery. Crude oil, you can change this to use a different terminal. I thought. Maybe this is on the other side. This is probably here. Okay, here we go. So you can come in. You're going to come in. You're looping around. And you're delivering here. Okay, so why don't we configure this? Let's delete this central... I didn't really want to delete the whole module, though. Do we have to customize it every which way? We might have to. Darn it. Okay. We want... You don't need street access here. Okay. So we're going back to a completely naked little area. No, here's a question. How do you make a big space in the middle? Like, you see how there's a gap here between each of these platforms. How do you get that gap? I want this to be over here instead. Can we do it like this? No, it will delete the middle section. So apparently you can't force an additional gap. I wanted a space where, basically what I'm trying to do is have every truck deliver their goods in an individual spot so they're never interfering with each other. So, you know, the goods would come in, he would probably roll. Actually, let's take a look what it's doing right now. Yeah, you're going to come down, but you see how it's doing this extra loop. I really don't want it to do the direction that it's doing. I want it to basically stop here, deliver its goods. So maybe you can only ever deliver on a right-hand side. Is that what this is going to be about? Let's see, 1, 2, such a cluster. The idea is for the vehicles never to hit each other. You never want the vehicles to go, you know, to mess with each other, basically. Yeah, see, it's like, where's it dropping off at? This is Stanford branch number 4, which is all the way over here. So it's the green line. Okay, so it's coming all the way over here. It's dropping off. It's looping here, and then it's going back out. The part that I don't like is that it won't take a sharp right turn. It's like it has to loop in. So it does say that we're delivering our goods here to this fourth little thing. But it won't just go out. It has to almost has to like loop back and have a longer kind of firing line out. Oh, maybe because it has to have a left-hand exit. So it drops off right-handed and it picks up left-handed? Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let me mess with this for a little bit. I've definitely wasted your time on this for a minute. Let me clean this up, and I'll be right back and see what we can come up with. All right, my friends, when in doubt, roundabout. That is how we do it in this world. This is a mess. This is so gross, and none of it is even or anything, but it's mostly for testing, so bear with me. The idea is we are trying to... How are you snapping over like that? I assume that's like a lane change, but it's very, very aggressive. The idea is to have one area that everyone comes into. And then the problem is it's like you can't differentiate. Like everyone always wants to go this direction. And they never want to kind of come in or out a different spot. So I am the torn. We can change where, like which thing is going to be its little turnabout. So like round 6 here. It still wants to come in the center and turn, but say if we add a new line, I did actually kill the line. So if we add a new line here, and we could say we want you to be route 1, you're going to have a different turning point. You're still going to all come in the same way. You're just going to have a different area where you do your delivery. And then we could have another line from down here to here, and say we want you to come into, I don't know, terminal 3 or something. So it's a bit of a hot mess, but I wonder if it might actually work. I honestly have no clue, but it was really just fun to mess with the roundabouts. So yeah, there are these nifty little one-way highway exits, which are pretty freaking... I mean, I guess we could have a two-way highway, but I don't suppose it really matters that much, right? It looks a little nicer, I suppose, and that's at the end of the day, isn't that all that truly matters? If your road looks nice. There we go. So 2-lane highways everywhere. I have no idea if this is going to work at all. Let's, just to add more chaos here, let's go ahead and throw down a depot right next to all this mess. I am going to mess around with just assigning like a couple vehicles each to each of these routes. So we'll see if this is something that is actually valid or not. God, what are we even bringing? We're bringing fuel, so we have to use... Can the Benz tarpaulin truck take? I'm guessing it takes barrels or something. Let's grab the tank truck, so that's actually what we're really looking for. So 3 here. We're going to assign you to this line. 3 here. Assign you to the next one. 3 here. And assign you to the final line that is actually named. That I don't remember. Let's do... Assign, use what's only invisible. There we go, the crude route. All right. I'm going to fast forward and see how these all kind of act when everything is kind of coming together as one. Just imagine when this line really gets going, there's just going to be row after row after row of tank trucks. Like, just guaranteed tank trucks all day, every day. It's like a little ballad, a little orchestra of driving goodness. I mean, in theory, I think it's working, or it would work. Maybe every terminal can hold 1 good. Maybe that's really what it comes down to. So we only really would truly need 3 terminals here to make everything work. I just get annoyed that it's like you can't put an exit. Like if the vehicle is unloading here, you can't put an exit and then all of a sudden it's going to come straight down. It does not like that. It has to kind of come down, loop back around in the center area and leave. So no matter what, you do have to make use of this central area. It also doesn't seem to matter that we have one stop, you know, right here. It seems like it's just filling up the good wherever it happens to be. So that's important to know. At least it's quasi-working. What I'll do between episodes is probably trim this up a bit and make it a little bit more clean. And I might trim this down or just make the little routes longer. If you guys know of a great way to get this working, let me know. I did experiment a little bit with different one-way roads, but really at the end of the day, everything has to come through the center to kind of turn around and then find its exit. So it comes in, and I think it does an initial loop to find its delivery section. Yeah, so the red one's coming in here, stopping and delivering, I believe. Yes. So it's picking up and dropping off here. Purple's picking up and dropping off here. And then green, I think, is picking up and dropping off here, maybe. Or do they always stop and pick up? What do you do? You crash right through the other vehicle. So you do drop off and pick up on this side. It's such a weird system. I really, really don't know. But hey, we can make it prettier and then just trust that the red trucks of doom will lead us to a path of glory and money. Real quick, before I let you go. Oh, crap. I done messed up again, my friends. We definitely have a lot going on at the airport. Hey, what can we do here? Oh, we can just add... Okay, we can only add stuff like hangars or the main building. We can't add another runway. So we have a massive bit of a traffic jam at the Bodmin West International Airport. Lower Bishop, Auckland. Doesn't have a ton of demand. Maybe over time that's going to pick up a bit more. Even our long route, it did take a while for that demand to pick up, though. Hey, wow. We accumulated a fortune of 1 million without debt. How glorious is that? Wait, really? That's it? I could actually... Let's kill this bad boy down by 10 million. Because we can. We're not a big fan of that loan shark stuff. So I'm going to have to address the problems with our transportation system. Probably really it's just going to be a matter of what we can transport into Bodmin at any given time. But it seems like it always wants to favor the... It will obviously always favor the landing plane. Because it has nowhere else to go. But I will probably go ahead and just get rid of a couple planes on all the routes, even though there are people who are interested in it. Well, it's been fun. I appreciate you joining me for this episode of Transport Fever 2, my friends. Until next time, take care.